had some problems with the sound, but I believe that is solved and fixed right now. It's always like that. Once you commit, life will test you, right? And this time it was the sound that didn't work. So we're going to talk about 7 ways to get more leads. If you're here watching this live, please just interact, just be here engaged. Let's do it together. I'm going to give you a training that you will, if you implement this training today, you will see you have more leads starting from tomorrow. So I want you to use this. If you're here and watch this on replay, please do write hashtag replay in the chat. I'm going to share the worksheet with you, so you'll be able to do this on your own. I'm going to share it, but I'm also going to let you understand that we did a lot of work for you creating the content playbook. This is a playbook with 52 conversation starters and 42 different titles for amazing content to have your creativity going. So if you want the content playbook, please just write playbook, and the team will reach out and just send the playbook for you, so you'll have it. So it's going to be easy for you to create your own content and get way more leads immediately. Just write playbook, we'll send it out. So let's get started. This is actually from a training with 18 ways to get more leads. But since we do not have 3 hours right now, I'm going to try to do this in a shorter time. So I picked out 7 of these ways to get more clients that I believe will change things for you right away. Because we know, working with more than 2,000 coaches for the last 3 years, we do know that when we're doing content, when we're doing content marketing, organic marketing, a thing that happens often is there's so many things we need to do, and we know we need to get our content out there, but the creativity, sometimes we just lack the creativity, right? Sometimes we're just not in that mojo of that flow of just writing and what you create. I bet you know what I'm talking about. If you do, please write mojo, because I know for certain that sometimes I'm lacking the creativity. And what happens often is that when we start working and we're lacking creativity and we're getting closer and closer to launching our program or start of our event, and we can see, oh my God, we are lacking leads. We need people to be on our event. What happens is our focus turns more and more our own ways, and that means our own wants. What do I need? I need people to be on my event. I need people to be in my program. And what happens at that stage is that we are getting into this like downward spiral, stress cone of doing content, and our content just becomes worse and worse and worse. And what happens is that we get less and less engagement, and that concludes also we get less and less leads, right? So what we want to do right now, what I'm going to take you through in this training, is how you can build a lead list, so you always have a list to work with. You always work and know what to do and never get behind. But I also want to understand that we need to use our lead list, use the leads you have, because most of you people, you have leads already, but you are missing out on the opportunity to help them. So we want to look into that. And we have 18 ways. We put together a training of 18 ways to do it. It is a long training, since we are not going to do it for 3 hours right now. I'm going to get you through 7 of these ones. If you want the full training, please reach out to us so we can help you to be a content marketing superstar, right? First of all, doing content, it doesn't really matter. Doing content is one thing, right? But if you are doing a lot of content, when our clients come to us and say, hey, I'm not getting the leads, I'm not getting engagement on my content, people are not responding. When that happens, most of the times what we can conclude, there's always all of those technical stuff. Did you warm up the algorithm? Did you get all of these, like, are you connected to the right, like your target market, all of that? Are you reaching your target market, all the technical stuff? And that's almost always the case, that yeah, I am. But then the thing is, most of the cases where when we have an issue of not getting leads enough, when our content is not getting the engagement we would want to have, it's more than often, it's all about our niche is not, maybe we know our niche, maybe we're clear on our niche, but our messaging is not right. Our messaging is not clear. We are not being specific on understanding our target market, their needs, their wants, their aspirations, all of them. Who are they? What do they need? What do they want? What are their fears? Everything. If we do not understand that, we will not be able to attract them. And this is everything's coming out from the organic client flow system, the system we use to teach our clients how to first of all attract leads. And that's what we're talking all about today, how to attract leads. Then we need to, after that, attracting leads is one thing, right? Then we need to convert them to becoming paying clients before we deliver to them, make sure they become raving fans. So when we are doing this, we need to understand, first of all, do I understand who I'm writing to? Because everything I'm going to go through right now with you, if you do not know who's your avatar, who's on the other side, who do you want to engage with you, you will not reach them. So we need to start with that. If you want our help, just write niche. I will help you to get your niche and messaging right. Just write niche if you want our help to get that correct. So step number one, we have a training we call the weekly client generator for our clients on what content to write, when to write it, and all of that. But I want to give something away for you. I want to give it away that you need to understand doing how to get leads. It's not something you do once in a while. It's not something you do like when I feel like it, or when it feels like I get energy. If you want to build a serious business, a serious coaching business, helping people, building the lifestyle you really want using your business, content is something you do regularly. You need to get it out there. But I also want to inform you about understanding what is content. I'm not talking ads. I'm not talking about, hey, I got a program I want to sell. I got a new course and I got free seats that I really want to sell. Come and buy it. That's not the kind of content I'm talking about. I'm not doing that kind of direct ads to sell a program. Why? Because it's not going to work. No one will buy from you because you have something to sell, right? So you need to do something else. So I want to change your mindset you have when you do your content, because everything about your content has to be of value, to the one who's on the other side, to your ideal client. It needs to be valuable for them. So what is valuable? It's a lot of different things. It needs to give them value. It also needs to show a picture of who are you, getting personal, building up your authority, meaning that you need to build your authority. Why is this important? It's all about trust. If people want to give you the money, they need to trust you. But it's not enough. Everything about marketing is also understand they need to like you, because there's a lot of people they could put their money with. So why you? They need to like you. They need to trust you. They need to like you. So you need to address that in your content. But most certainly, you need to be consistent. Because if you're not consistent, your lead flow into your business will go up and down in your business, and it will give uncertainty to your leads if you're not consistent, because it means that I'm not sure you're going to be here, you're not going to be here, what are you all about? So consistency in what you're talking about, consistency in talking, in delivering value is a huge key to becoming successful doing organic marketing. Makes sense? I hope this makes sense. If it makes sense to you, please do write sense. I just want to check in with you guys if this is valuable and this makes sense to you. Because doing that, then we know what will work, and we know that we will get through. And if we're consistent, we will learn much quicker. Our content will become much better, much easier, and way faster. And that means we'll be able to convert our leads much easier than if not. So please just write sense. I want to make sure it makes sense to you. So what kind of content? I see the thumbs up. Thank you. So what kind of content is it I do? Yeah, let's take a look. Because if I'm doing my content, and as I said, I'm not going to do content about come and buy my product. This is my program. This is where we start. Because I see a lot of people making a huge mistake of doing content all the time about, I have this course, this program, it starts this day, this is what's included, blah, 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 all the information. The only thing that will happen is that you give information overload. And that means that you're overwhelming your leads and they won't move forward, because it's all about your focus on your wants. So what you want is tell about yourself and talk about what you talk about. See, this is what we call a milestone post. And the milestone post like this is giving us a lot of leads if we just use the things, the tools we're going to talk about. And if we do this consistently and understand how to build these kind of pieces of content. So this one is 162 comments, 346 likes. Then we have what we call a debatable question. I'm going to translate it because I do know that a lot of you guys don't speak Swedish or Danish. So I'm going to translate this for you. And it just said, finish up the sentence. If I got 100,000 kronas and I got 24 hours to spend them, I would what? You see, a post like this is very simple. It gives you 107 comments, which means leads to start conversation with, to start building relationship to. We have here another milestone from an event. This one giving 142 likes, 185 comments. All of these are leads to work on. This is a simple post, just a very personal, very private personal post. But this one giving 366 comments and almost 400 likes. Why is this relevant? Yeah, because this is marketing. This is not about come and buy my product. This is about building a conversation with the people to find out if you want to work with Stay Put, and I'll show you how. Another a role model post, what we call a role model post. It's about Lucas and me, the millionaire coaches. 303 likes and 166 comments. And I could continue. Here's another one, what we call a milestone post with a call to action in it, giving 1,000 likes and 542 likes, comments, meaning loads and loads and loads of leads. So these are not even pieces of content that is created. Yeah, they're created to create leads, but I want you to see that none of these posts is come and buy, I have this thing or anything to give away. It's only content that is really soft, really easy, and just very personal. Get to know who we are, because if you're going to buy from us ever, we need you to trust us. We need you to understand who we are, right? And then we move on to number 2. Step number 2 is we will do the lead magnet post or giveaway post where we give something away for our audience. And when we're doing this specific kind of post, we do need to make content that our message talk to those we want, our ideal clients, right? So we're trying to do different kind of content. And when you're doing this and you're being consistent, doing this all the time, not this kind of content you only do once a month, that's enough. You don't need more. You need to combine all the things together. So if I create a training on designing, launching, delivering a group program, who'd be interested? Well, it didn't give that much. It was just 64. Good. What do we know? Well, maybe the message was a little bit off. We don't know, but it could be a thing. We try this. Who are my friends who want my help for free to make at least 10k euros or at least 100 kroner, 100,000 kroners? 177, a lot of leads. Now we have here the holidays over. I'm so ready for the autumn. That's why I'm seeking for 5 coaches who want to do at least 100,000 kroners in the business this year. It's for 3 years of you. This is a call to action, a clear call to action, a lead generator piece of content. And remember, if you want a lot of lead generating or a lot of these conversation starters, just write playbook, and I will give you a playbook with a lot of really awesome posts that works for you to use in your business. Another one here, giving 86. So all of these ones are really interesting to see. Another one here, giving 242 leads on that and 180 comments. We have one here giving 566 leads on this one. So if you do this, and if you are that kind of person who already been working on building your lead list for years, I bet that you have a lot of pieces of content out there that used to give you so many leads. So now you need to stay put for us to go back and see what to do with these people, how to utilize the leads you used to have or you had before. If you're completely new in this space, don't worry. You are here to build up, because I believe, looking in our business, we haven't even done our business for 4 years. It's in the niche we're in right now. We've been working with this niche for almost 3 years. And I believe if we stop all new content from now on, we would still have leads to keep building, growing, and scaling our business for at least the next 6 months. And would it be reasonable for you? Would it be valuable for you to work for 3 years, let's say 3 years now, following the structures, to have in 3 years leads enough for your business for the next years ahead? Would that be valuable? If it would, please write valuable in the chat, because this is what I want you to build. I want you to build your own lead list. I want you to understand how to use your lead list again and again and again, right? Let's continue. We're going to go through part number 3. Part number 3 is all about what we call bullet train lead magnets. What is that? These are lead magnets that is just taking off. And how will we know what kind of lead magnet that will give us the most? So we have one here with 828, 566. Here's one with 632. And as you might see, I do notice that how many likes, hearts we do get, but I'm more interested in the comments. When you are on social media, the thing is that the currency we work with on social media is likes, it's comments, it's shares, right? So that's what we want to have. I want you to get a lot of engagement, a lot of comments on your content. That's what we want to build. Here, 542. These are all leads to move on. So how will we know what kind of content suddenly becomes a bullet train lead gen? Because we don't really. Sometimes you need to do a lot. First of all, you need to do a lot. You need to be consistent doing your content. But you also realize that the better you become at understanding your niche and what messaging they really like, you will have more and more of these kind of content pieces. We go to number 4. So what you'll do now, you go into your personal profile on your Facebook and you find a post, one of your lead gens, one of these like giveaway posts. I want to suggest you to make one of these posts that is a gift. I have one here. If at least 100 coaches would want it, I'm going to make a PDF with 15 most efficient Facebook posts to get loads and loads and loads of leads. If you want these posts, comment below and I'll send them to you. You see, this is a gift. This is a gift for us to give away to you all the time. if that's valuable for your audience, I believe, I mean it, create something that's actually valuable, create something that's actually interesting, good, what they can actually implement and do, and is really of real value. If you do that, if you have one of these that is really good, I want you to pin it. If you go to the top of your personal page, you can go into these 3 dots on the side. Let me just see if I can get my pen to work. You go into the 3 dots on the side and you pin it, because what will happen on your personal profile, on your Facebook profile, you can do this on the other platforms as well. What will happen now is this one is shown to everyone who comes in to look into your profile. So it becomes like your web page. And web pages is nothing you really need to see. This is for free, much more. How many would get 828 leads from just doing a piece of content on your website? I believe you won't. If you are, you're here. I'm happy to have you here because you have a really successful business. But to be honest, how many leads do you get from doing anything on your on your web page? I believe nothing, or less to not like close to nothing, right? But what you'll get from doing this on your social media is you'll have people, because people are on social media. They are strolling by. If you're doing a valuable content pieces, if you know what you're doing, this is how you easily get your leads. So you want to pin it at the top so everyone will see it. And this kind of content put in the top, this piece will give you leads, 1 to 2 leads a week for the next long time. So this is a good way to keep getting your leads. Good. Please write pin in the chat if you get this. Pin your post. Go out now, find out what post you have that you can actually go out and pin right now, so you can get more leads to it. Something that is valuable, something that you want to give away, something that makes sense for your avatar, for your ideal client. So then you go out, you pin it. And hey, I want to see it. So you can come back to the group and you can put in a link to your profile and show, hey, I pinned this post and tag me on it. I want to see it. So let's make this happen. Go out and pin it. We come to the next one here. The next one is 360 degrees milking. See, if you're not creative and you don't know what to write in your post when you're doing your lead gen post, your giveaway posts, I'm going to give you a way of thinking. Let's say you're going to have a webinar. I mean, most of us, we do events. You do webinars, you do workshops, or you do challenges. We do challenges. There's a huge, and many reasons why we choose to do challenges. This is one of the things we teach because, your conversion will be higher, right? So let's say you're going to do a workshop. And I want to know who you are. Do you do workshop? What kind of events do you do? And if you're not doing online events, that's okay if you're completely new. But if you are making more than, let's say, 3,000 euros a month, you absolutely need to get started doing events. What kind of events do you do? Can you please comment so I can see what kind of events is it that you're doing? So let's see. So let's use you as an example here. Good. Let's see. You do a webinar. So let's see you do a webinar. I'm going to do a piece of content about getting the most leads out of doing a webinar. First of all, what you want to do is fill your webinar. That's stage number 1. So the first piece of content you'll do about your webinar is a test content, a test piece. It would sound different. It could sound like, if I create a training on designing, launching, and delivering a group program, who would be interested? See, this is a test. If I go and do this training, who would be interested? And those people who would be interested, they will let you know. This is also a test. It's just about something else. Hey, if at least 100 coaches would want it, I'm going to create this awesome training to give away to you. you see, the thing is, why would you ever start building anything if you have no one who really wants it? This is what we test. Okay, it's reasonable. I'll do it. So the first test post all starts with, if this happens, I would like to do this. Or who would join me if I create this webinar about this thing? Who would join me? Or I'm thinking of creating a webinar about how to help you to do this and this and this. Would that be of interest to you? Please comment below. Now you get the leads, and you need to do the ask. Always do the ask, right? Always have the question mark. Always do the ask. Please comment if you want this. This is how you get more leads. If you're not asking the question, no one will answer it. So you need to ask the question. That's a call to action, right? So part number 2. See, first you'll create the post, the test post. Hey, I'm going to do this thing. Now you're actually doing the thing, right? So I'm doing the thing. It can start with, hey, it's official. I'm going to do this thing. It's official. I'm going to do a webinar for avatar, your ideal avatar, to help them to get what they want the most, or to solve a problem they want to get solved. Or, hey, I am doing this webinar about how to do this and this and this. If you are this avatar, who would join me? Who wants in? Or you have another one here. Hey, it's official. I'm doing a challenge to kickstart your coaching business in 2023. I have 18 free seats left. Do you want one? And we got 209 leads on that. So now it's an official, I'm doing it piece of content, right? But then after the event, after you did your webinar, your event, what you'll do now is a piece of FOMO content. Because just because you had your event doesn't mean that you can't get leads off your event. It's never too late. So what you'll do now is, hey, who missed my webinar on how to get this if you are this? Who would love to have who wants the replay? And now you can keep getting new leads on the same event that was already. Hey, thank you to all of the participants at my webinar who learned how to do this and this and this. Did you miss it? You want a replay? Please comment below. I'll send it to you. So this is a FOMO marketing, fear of missing out marketing. So it could be, hey, you will find the PDF of lead generating posts in my free group for coaches who wants to build a million euro business. Who wants to have it? And a lot of leads, right? I'm thinking about doing the PDF. If 100 coaches want the PDF, I'll create it. Hey, I've done a PDF. Do you want it? Hey, by the way, you will find my PDF in my group if you want it. Who wants it? Makes sense? Please write sense if this makes sense. I want to make sure it makes sense for you. So you'll have free pieces of good value lead gens on the same thing, right? Make sense? Let's make sure it makes sense for you. I want you to implement this, because one thing is me telling you what to do. I need you to implement. Without implementation, it doesn't really matter, right? Next one. The next one, it makes sense. I love it. Good. So the next one is what we call the maximum milk. So how do we get milking of our content? See, the thing is, when you're doing content on social media, when you're making a piece of content, this is to understand the algorithm. You make a piece of content on social media. What the algorithm will do is it will test it out. So maybe it sends it out to 50 of your friends to see, do they like it? How will they know? Do they like it? Do they comment it? Do they share it? If they are not doing that, well, they'll shut down your post. Just because you do a post doesn't mean everyone will see. So they'll shut down your post so it won't get the spread. But if you have a certain amount of people who say, yes, this is interesting, comment, liking, and starts engage with it, they say, okay, that's interesting. Let's show it to another 100 people and see what happens. So what you need to get is you need to get comments on your post. See, the algorithm doesn't know if it's you who's commenting or someone else is commenting. So when you are doing comments on your post, you'll make sure that someone will comment on your content, and then you go in and you comment on their comments. This means instead of having 3 comments, now you have 6 comments. And having 6 comments will probably help you to get more spread, so more people will see your content. And when more people see your content, more people see it. So now it starts rolling. So sometimes we get to the place where you have no more comments to comment on, so you can actually go in and delete a comment and comment again to wake up the algorithm. I'm gonna ask you to do it right now. If you're watching this live, don't go anywhere because you don't want to miss this late that's coming. But if you're watching this on replay, right after, actually every one of you, just write down a note. Do this after you've seen this video. I want you to go out to an old piece of content that you really loved, that you thought, wow, this was so good, and you know that a lot of people like this. When you come, maybe you did this 2 years ago and you had a lot of people really enjoying it. They were commenting on it. So once we finish up this training for you, I want you to go out and I want you to comment it. I want you to see what happens. And once it happens, I want you to come back to the group and say, oh my God, Sanne, it worked. Please do that, because I'm going to challenge you to do this, because it will work. What will happen is that your post will come out and spread again and get out to even more. You probably get new people commenting on a post that might be years old, right? So this is how you get old pieces of content to keep giving you new leads. No reason not to do it. So another way is, if you have a lead that you really want to see a post and you know, I'm doing a piece of content that is really valuable, go in and tag them. Hey, I made this for you. I hope you'll enjoy it. Go in and tag them. First of all, that person will see it. Your lead will see it. But second of all, again, you'll get it spread out to even more people and you'll get even more leads on it. So we want to get more leads. That's why we're here. Get more leads so you can help more people. I dropped the folder. I want to make sure it makes sense for you, that you're following me on this. So we're getting to the right place. So I'll just get this back on. Jumped off. So while you're here, can you please share with me, where are you on your business? How many leads would you like to have the next week? How many leads do you want to have the next week? What is a lead? That is someone in your ideal, like your avatar, who's reaching out and saying, hey, I'm interested. So you can start a conversation with them. How many leads do you want the next week? What's reasonable for you? Are you looking for, I will be happy, I would be content, I would be happy getting 30 leads the next week? Or are you, hey, I would be happy if I get 100 leads. I got 100 here. I would be happy with 100 leads in the next week. Or maybe you're at the place, I need 500 leads the next week. How many leads do you want? So you have something to work with, because we are here to make sure that you never run dry of leads. So you always have something to work with. That's why we're here. So we will continue. And the next part that we will continue with is the follow-up. And this might be another one with 100. I love it. This might be the most crucial one. I've met so many coaches. Today I had the meeting with all my Detailed Coach Academy. And I had so many, I was like, oh my God, I probably forgot to reach out and follow up on my leads. I can't have you do that, because if you start building a lead list, I also want you to use it. I want you to help these people. I want you to give them value. I want you to help them so they can move on, so you can help them to what's the right next thing. Is that your program? Is that your training? What is the right next thing? So we need to make sure that we always follow up and do the things. So whenever you get people connecting to your content and saying, hey, I really want to get that thing, thank you, yes, please. What you'll do is, first of all, make sure you connect. Make sure you connect with them. So when you connect with them, that you reach out to them and you send them a private message, because this is always a private thing, right? So you do this in privacy, where you say, hey, thank you for reaching out. Absolutely. Make sure you give them the gift, the PDF, the whatever you have with them, the training. Maybe it's a video training, whatever you're sharing with them. Give them the thing. So first of all, reach out, say hi. This is a hand. Say hi, connect, give them the thing they said they want. After that, what you want to do is, now you want to qualify them. Find out, who are they? Because if they have interacted with a piece of content that is meant for a specific target market, that creates or solves a specific problem or helps them to get something they really want, you want to find out, is this the person I can help even more? Is this a lead I can continue? And you only know by qualifying. So qualifying is all about, ask the questions you need to ask to find out what you need to know to understand what is the right next thing that your lead needs. Is it the right next thing to enter your workshop? Is the right next thing to get another training? Is the right next thing to jump on a sales calls with you, or a clarity call with you? And if that's the next right thing, make sure you go back and watch the trainings in this group, because I just made a training on how to do that. And I'm even giving away the framework for your sales call for free. So go back and find that. But you need to know. And when you know that, you need to lead them forward. Give them the question. Ask them, hey, would you want to move forward to the right next thing that they need to get? And you need to make sure you always connect, give, qualify, and ask, lead them forward on every lead you're gonna get. And if your communication stops, there's numerous ways to get back and get it started. Please watch this training about how to do chats, how to communicate in chat. Is in this group somewhere, right? We did a good training for you on doing the chats. So has this been valuable for you? Has this been valuable? Please write value if it's valuable for you to go out and get more leads right now. I want you to go out and get more leads right now. That's why we're here. So I am losing that one again now. So what I want you to do is, I have a gift for you. I want you to make sure that you get the most out of this training. You can watch this again and again and again. I will show the worksheet we just went through. I will show it and share that with you, of course. But I will also give you an opportunity to get our complete content playbook. This is 52 communication starters that is created to get you leads. If you want 100 leads, use a few of these the next weeks, and you have your leads. So these are communication starters. These are for you to get your creativity going, so you can create better content for your leads. If you want this playbook, just write playbook. The team will send it to you, so you can have that when you need to create your own content. Beautiful people, I hope this training has been valuable. It's a little long, but I hope it definitely was valuable. So until we meet again in this group, I want to see your leads. I want you to go out and test what I said and come back and share a link to your page. Share it in here. I want you to promote yourself. I want to make sure that you actually implement what we talk about, because implementation will get you the business you want. I see it. Good. I'm gonna have the team send you the playbook, and it's valuable. I love that. That's what we need. So make sure you implement it. Come back and share your how it went for you, and ask your questions in the group, so we can help you even more to build your million-euro business. I will see you soon on another training in here.